But that's probably my favorite scene in this movie is when he starts going on about the file and A goes where A goes. And he goes to the
B, C, D, E, F, G.
But I like
I've never, ever once misplaced a file. Ever once, never.
Also, hot trivia piece. During the love scenes, Nick Cage apparently liked warm yogurt poured on his feet so he could get into the scene. What? So I'll continue.
Whoa!
Is this like a fact?
We need to revisit warm yogurt on the feet.
I just think it's just a weird method thing to be like, pour, like, what's going to get you in the scene? What's going to put you into character? Pour warm yogurt on my bare feet. Just so, I mean, and it's probably, and you're right. Like now, as soon as that's implanted in your head, you're like, I think I might get some yogurt tomorrow. Let's see what's up with that.
If you were to ask me, hey, Jeff, how could you get into this sex scene? I don't know. She could just take her top off.
Yeah.
That would work. I think I could. We have to pretend to have sex. I think I can.
I think, I wonder about acting because, like, that's the whole thing is that you're not, like, it's a sex scene. So, like, you're not into it because it's film. It's work, right? Like, and that's the thing is, like, as a, I'm a heterosexual guy. So, like, to me, I kind of have the same answer in my head. Like, how would you get into that? Well, I'd be like, I'd be into it because
there's a hot naked
it's like you get
lady.
to pretend to, you're going to make it like I have heard of some movies where they've actually, not porn, you know what I mean? But they're like, they actually, or a lot of times famous people will develop relationships because they're a romantic couple in the movie. And you can tell when they there's the one with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp, and you're like, ooh, you two are not attracted to each other no matter what this fucking script says.
Was that
the Tourist?
The Tourist.
Oh,
right. That movie wasn't bad.
But they had no chemistry. Like they just sort of went in.
It was like
punch card, clock in, clock out. You're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. It's funny because, like, you kind of think of them as being from the same. He's very the opposite of Brad Pitt, who she was with when she was acting that movie, right? She was married. They're not together. But you know what I mean? Like, Johnny Depp is very not Brad Pitt, even though they're both these huge sex symbols in their own, know.
But they both look like they're very dirty and smell.
And, I was talking about this with my girlfriend last night because we were talking about some other actresses or whatever. And Angelina Jolie is another one that, like, I get that does nothing, hasn't, I mean, like,
she's a very
I'm sure
mantis.
She doesn't care, But she's a praying mantis. Yes, like a praying man. I don't know. She just, there's lots of female actors that are supposed to be super hot. It's like Beyonce. Like, I'm just not, like, I love the songs. I'll go pay money to see her work. Sing. Yeah. But,
just would never date her because she's a troll.
Yeah.
She doesn't do it for me.
I think I could get over it pretty quickly. But I haven't met her face to face. Face-to-face conversation changes everything for you. So who knows? So Angelina Jolie could just... I don't have to worry about that happening, thankfully.
Well, see, I thought kind of the same thing where everyone was like, oh my God, Angelina Jolie's the hottest thing ever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Then I saw The Tourist and I was like, damn, she looks good in that movie.
How do we go? We started off with hot yogurt.
Yeah.
And then now we're on Angelina Jolie.
Naturally, hot yogurt, Angelina Jolie.
And what was funny is you were like, I think I'm going to, it makes me think about going to get some hot yogurt. And I'm like, that just doesn't, that's never going to get me in the mood for, I just want to know the connection.
Not ropes of warm yogurt flicked on your chest.
Why on your feet, though? Like, why the feet? He says on his feet.
Yeah, on his feet. And that's why in those sex scenes, there's no shot, like, pan, hold back shots of the whole thing because you got some AD over there like, oh, how's that, Mr. Cage?
Oh, yeah, dump a little more on there. Oh, what flavor?
What? Vanilla or strawberry, of course. The only flavors of yogurt.
Ooh, I would think the smell, the combination of feet and vanilla would just ruin
hot or
yogurt.
Warm yogurt.
Yeah, like it's hot yogurt, that'd just be painful. And that brings up a whole nother series of questions.
Oh, he likes it like that.
Scalding hot. I want you to burn my feet with yogurt.
It's the only way I can get into it.
But it's funny that you bring that.
I don't want to diss anyone for their thing either. Like, whatever floats your boat.
Kink
right?
shaming.
We don't kink shame on the Real Guys podcast.
No. I'm just discovering I'm so meat and potatoes as I hear about these things. I'm
Just
like,
just
what about
missionary,
titties?
2.5 minutes, done. Thank you very much.
Dave just prefers meat and potatoes dumped on his feet to get him to move.
It's like-
Cold though. I want yesterday's meat and potatoes mushed up
And then-
on my feet.
and then ropes of warm gravy slung on your chest.
I love this metaphor. I've never thought of yogurt or gravy as being a rope of something, but this is a whole new way of So back to Nick Cage and lovemaking.